Fuck 100 guns, need a honey bun. I'm pretty, matter of fact, I'ma need to. D-Money.
Yo.
It's the vibes, my nigga.
Still working.
I'm happy to see you right now, brother.
Yo,
I ain't no front.
it's a pleasure, man.
Happy to see you
having me,
right now,
man.
bro.
All them views.
Alright, so first question though, for me, I know and shit, but for the people who don't know, where you from, bro?
Alright, so I was born in Queens, and then I moved to Almont, and I'm from Almont, the 03.
03? 03,
man.
Okay.
03.
So, again for people who don't know, like, were you into sports growing up? If you were, what type of sports were you into growing up?
Definitely, I was into sports. I played a lot of baseball. I played football, basketball. Played a lot of sports growing up. That's something my father wanted me to do.
Was you nice though? He was nice? He was nice?
I was definitely a bench player.
You know what's
Definitely. When I was younger, you know, they let everybody play. As soon as I got to high school, me and the bench, we had a good relationship for 6 years, man. I tell you everything.
All right, hold on. Okay, time out. What sports were you a bench player on? I know, cause you know what's funny? I know you when I met you, bro. I don't know if you remember. I met you playing baseball, and you was actually nice.
Nah, I was nice in baseball. I didn't play the bench.
That's what I'm trying to say. You didn't play the bench in baseball, though.
I didn't play the bench in baseball.
So what sports did you play the bench in?
Oh, football, they did me filthy in football, man. They did me filthy, man. Basketball, they crucified me in basketball, man. They did me filthy. They put me on the B team, man.
They put you on the B team?
What the fuck is a B team, man?
Yo, you know what's funny, Money? I forgot about that shit, bro.
Remember that shit?
Yeah, I remember that shit.
Bro, I was on the B team for paid and basketball, bro.
Oh my God.
Nasty, bro.
Oh,
Nasty.
man.
But I'm nice, though. I'm nice, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But they just didn't believe in me.
So speaking of your upbringing, right? So do you think your upbringing and environment played a part on your sense of humor and shit?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Can you elaborate real quick?
Being Haitian is just comedy. It's like growing up with their method and the way that they think how kids supposed to grow up. Like it's hilarious. They gotta make a sitcom for like a real Haitian family for people to understand like the shit we go through. But it's funny, but it's serious. It's like it's trauma. It's trauma.
So like, were you considered a class clown type shit when you was in high school?
Yeah.
When you was growing up.
I was a class clown. It's so funny. I went hard to win that too.
Oh, you won class clown in the yearbook?
Yeah.
Oh, you actually did?
Yeah.
Oh,
you ain't look at the yearbook, man?
It was funny. I had
You didn't have class with me?
a few classes, not that much. A few classes. You feel me?
If you had class with me, you had a good time. Everybody knows.
That's mad.
We had a lot of fun.
So did you get into a lot of trouble because of that though? Because you was a class clown?
Some teachers hated me, and some teachers loved me. Cause I made their job fun.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta like live life and laugh and be happy and have fun.
I don't think the teachers,
especially growing up in a Haitian household, you gotta find some way to laugh this shit off. Cause it's crazy.
So what's the funniest memory you had in high school of yourself and of somebody else?
I think one of the funniest moments in high school that I had, there's plenty of them. A lot of them was on the football field though.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the funniest moment I had was when a bunch of us got suspended for making a music video. We got the teacher fired.
You know I was involved in that, right?
Yeah.
What's bro name? It started with a D, right? Mr. D?
Yeah, Del Casino.
That was my nigga, bro.
He was a homie, son.
Bro, Shelly had me in the office like, yo, Ben, just let me know if you were there. I'm like, yeah, I was there. Like, you feel me? Like, I wasn't doing too much. Like, that's how I respect you. I'm like, and you still suspended me, nigga.
Yo, everybody in that video got suspended. Niggas that didn't even say nothing. You just had to be in there.
Just for making music.
That was funny, man.
And it's funny speaking about that. So, like I said, I remember you making music and shit from like you said. And we actually had a few tracks together too.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
what made you stop making music? We had a few tracks, like some good shit too. You took me over one of them too, but this nigga took me over one of them shit.
What song I took you out?
What's this shit called? Wake up in the morning, counting cat. You took me off that shit.
I feel good?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I made two versions
you of made that shit. You made the first version? I was on it with you.
You hit. Let me tell you why. Because you was playing around with the video, bro.
That's why?
Yeah, you always, every day, I can't do the video, I gotta do it, I gotta get a haircut. I don't like my shirt today. You always had
That's what was going on?
It wasn't serious.
Really?
Bro. Yes, bro. It wasn't serious. And then
that's understandable.
Nah, but you see, you gotta know. You probably was feeling salty for a long time. Like, you took me
I never really thought about it. Yeah, I'm just like, I'm like, he broke with the GA niggas. He probably don't.
Nah. I remember because it was you and somebody else. But I tried.
It was me, you, and A.
Yeah. I wanted to shoot that video.
Shot the video in the hotel. The shit was lit.
Yeah. That shit was.
I'm like, damn, my son took me up this song. Oh man.
Nah. You wasn't serious, bro. I remember. Yo, Benji was getting it. He wasn't serious. Nah. Okay. I stopped making music because
Yeah, what made you stop making music and focus on comedy? That's what I want to know.
Well, I ain't really start taking comedy serious until like real recently. But I always knew I wanted to be some type of entertainer because I love to make people laugh. I love when somebody's just enjoying a good time and just like, something you could just laugh about and be memorable. That's really important to me in life because, we go through a lot of shit and, we deal with a lot of stress.
So that's why you started making music and shit?
Nah, that's not the reason why I stopped making music. I knew I wasn't going nowhere.
Yeah.
Not even that. Not even that. Probably I could have went somewhere, but it's just like I was just so much focused on mad other things at that time. Like I was just going through a lot at that time. So
yeah.
I don't know. And the funny thing, I still continue to make music. I just never dropped it.
So to this day, you still have songs, but you
no. Like recently,
back
my
in the
last
day.
song that I ever made was probably in like 2019. 2018. Yeah. Okay. But I just never dropped anything.
So I ain't gonna lie, like to me, to everybody, you always have an entrepreneurial mindset, bro. You feel me? You was part of hard work, A&D Mobile Wash, you feel me? You was a real estate salesman. Speak about where this boss mentality comes from.
I got it from my two people. I got it from my father, he worked very hard, and I got it from my pastor. Yeah. I used to be one of those young dudes that's used to have to like clean the church and shit.
I was the same way, yeah. I was the same way.
Roaches in the church.
You said the roaches?
Yeah, crazy. But no. That was just my pastor. He's a very special person to me. Like,
are you still close with him?
We don't speak as much, but I keep him real close to my heart. Like, because the way he was and his mindset and what he started, and it's just like that's how it became me. Just wanted to like. Since elementary school, I was always that dude trying to sell candy or just do something to hustle and make it happen.
You the one that put me on the selling candy too.
Oh yeah.
I started selling candy after that. I was doing it outside of school though.
I had a lot of niggas sell candy.
But I'm like, yo, money is making money off this shit.
Bro,
outside of school, I was doing it.
Cause niggas used to make fun of me in school. I remember niggas used to be like, oh, you think you really wonka in school and shit. And then I used to pull out like $200-$300 in school.
So you said niggas had little jokes. Did niggas have a lot of jokes about you growing up or not?
Yeah. I got my ass.
How did you deal with that? Was you fighting? Was you making jokes? How did you deal with people having jokes about you?
Well, it's like
I know, but for the people who don't know.
Yeah. Nah, I got my ass cut for a fact. It happens, man. But it makes you a stronger person. It makes you strong. You gotta go through people don't want to make this bullying thing like a big issue, but sometimes like you gotta get bullied to make who you are. You gotta go through that shit. Son, shit like everybody's soft nowadays. Like little thing, I'm gonna just do this, I'm gonna get you kicked out of school and shit. Like some people be violent, and I'm not saying reason, but you gotta go through some shit to become one of the greats.
So speaking of entrepreneurial shit, you feel me? And we spoke about hard work, A&D, Mobile Wash and shit. I remember you was on the news. It was for feeding the homeless, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. I did that for my 22nd birthday.
So like, how much did they enjoy the sauce spot grill and black rice?
Nah.
Did they enjoy it or not?
Niggas didn't. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Niggas.
What did y'all give them to eat? It wasn't.
Yo, we just gave them some Little Caesars, man.
Little Caesars, that's valid.
Man, some pizza. That was a good thing. It was dope, man. It was just like. That's when you see something like that, that's part of where I come from. You know what I'm saying? That's like big ups to everybody who looked after me before. But yeah, that was dope. I did it for my birthday. I was just inspired. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna do something different. Ever since then,
Can you shout out everybody who was involved in that shit, just to, shed light on the situation? Because a lot of niggas don't know about that shit.
Alright, so basically, it was my birthday, and I wanted to do something different because usually, we go outside, we, pop bottles for a long time. But that year, what was it? I was in a situation, and then I had to speak with God, and God told me like, yo, do something different. Like stop like always looking to receive gifts on your birthday. What happened if it was your day to give to somebody else? I niggas don't be thinking like that. So.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up.
But yeah.
So we gonna switch it up though.
Yeah.
Who's your 3 favorite top comedians of all time? It could be dead, alive, from wherever. It don't matter. Who's your top 3 favorite comedians? Niggas, I really want to know that.
Can I say 4?
You can say 4. Even better. 4. I was gonna say 4 originally. You can say 4.
Yeah, 4. But my top favorite comedian, that's like the OG to me, is Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy, he's the top OG into the shit. I really like Patrice O'Neal.
I love niggas don't know about Patrice O'Neal. Niggas don't know about Patrice. R.P. Patrice. You know he dead, right?
Yeah, he died.
Rest in peace, Patrice. Niggas don't know about him.
Y'all gotta watch that Black Phillip show, man.
Hell yeah.
Suffering.
Patrice is different.
Gotta watch that Black Phillip show.
Patrice is different.
Corey Holcomb is my all-time favorite comedian, and then and Gerald Kelly.
Okay. So would you say that your style is similar to theirs?
Yeah. I could say like I like the rawness, the I don't give a fuck shit. You know, just say what you feel. You know, sometimes you're gonna get backlash for it, and sometimes you really say what somebody else want to say. Like you gotta have the balls to say what certain people really want to say, and they just watch you say it, and it's the best thing in the world for them. I don't know what it is. It's just like at my shows, I have people that come up to me and be like, "Yo, I wanted to say everything you just say, but I don't know how you do it. I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. I just.
So, do you think that's like one of the perks of being a comedian? You could literally just unapologetically just express yourself without feeling a type of way about it.
Yeah. Definitely. Like that's what's.
Because a lot of people want to say certain things, but it's like we can't say it because we might be too harsh. But as far as a comedian, it might be okay because you're saying it because you're a comedian.
Yeah, even though it's tough in this day and age, but you gotta just like. Bro, it's an art. You gotta express yourself, but you gotta do it in a way where people could just either relate to it or people could just be like, "Yo, that was hilarious." Like you gotta make them laugh, you know. But
and I feel like as a comedian, I'm not a comedian, but I feel like if I was a comedian, I feel like in order to get people to relate to me or just like, just relate. Like I gotta talk about myself as well, like what I've been through as well. Like,
but that's why I like to talk about like my culture, Haitian culture, even though it's like the best culture in the world. It is to me. It is the best culture in the world. But I'm proud to be Haitian. Like I'm proud of the upbringing and just like all of that stuff. And it's a good thing that it's funny because before when you living in it, you be like, yo, this shit is the worst shit in the world. But now you look back at it and be like, yo, I really needed that type of like lessons to really like grow up and then be who you are.
That's a fact. So tell me about your first time performing in front of people. Like what emotion did you feel? Were you nervous? Were you excited? Were you ready? Like. Just walk me through the emotions that you felt.
I'll tell you, like, my first time ever just going on stage, it was, I don't know, I just had to, like, I was nervous, but I just felt like I had to do it, just go and do it. And something special happened that day, like.
So were you comfortable on the stage? Like, tell me about it. Like, how did it feel? Because I don't think like that's a lot.
Yeah.
To make jokes on stage.
Yeah, bro, that shit is different.
Because it's hit or miss. Like if people don't laugh,
bro,
that could literally mitigate your motivation.
Yeah. No. It happened to me. Like it happens. Like it happens to all comedians. And man, it's just either you got it.
So how did you feel though? Tell me how you felt first time.
I was definitely nervous, but I was just like, yo, I gotta tell myself I could do it. I had to tell myself, and I was been supposed to be doing it, but I always was scared. I always was like, yo, I would care what people think and just that. But now, like I'm older, I'm wiser. I know who I am, and just like I don't care what people think. I just said I'm gonna go up there and do it, and I'm glad I did.
So do you write jokes or do you freestyle?
I write, and then I write at first. Like I start to write, but when I go to open mics, I try to freestyle and like
improv.
But improv. But that takes a lot. That's like years.
Because if I was a comedian, I'd probably like write down little like notes here and there, jot down, and then probably freestyle off of it, like I'm doing now. Like I'm doing now.
The funny thing about it, before I even started comedy, I was writing for like a good 3-4 years. Just used to write in my notes funny jokes, anything that I thought funny, and I still got it to this day. Mad things, just write, and I never used it. And then I just started like, doing comedy.
Okay, so walk me through your preparation process before a show. Like before a show, are you sitting down in a room, right? And are you isolating yourself from people? Like when you have a show, like how do you prepare for a show? Because I feel like it's a big thing.
No.
It's comedy. It's not just rapping.
Big thing. First thing I do, I pray. I leave it up to God, and then you take care of the rest. But I pray. I like to get like a drink or two just to like loosen up. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like before you go on stage, you feel uptight. You know, it's different, you know, when everybody just watching you and they all got your attention and you gotta really just like, you don't even gotta make them laugh, but sometimes just make them feel good. Say something like you like they can relate to, or just say something powerful.
Okay. And
you get their attention and then you just go off from that.
So be honest, your pussy rate, did it skyrocket, my nigga? I know it did, bro.
Nah.
Why you lying, bro? You got a girl?
Huh?
No, never mind. Did it? Okay. How was the attention? Let me redirect the question.
No.
How was the attention from females?
What the fuck you want? Fuck out of here, like.
Your pussy rate, did it skyrocket or not, bro?
The
attention, feel me? I know it did. Cause you been that nigga, but now you even more that nigga because you in the like some grown shit in the limelight. You feel me? So I know it skyrocketed it, bro.
Yeah,
don't lie.
You know what it is? I'm just a good guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a good guy. That's all I can say. I'm just a good guy.
Bro, come on.
I'm a good guy. That's it.
That's it? We gonna leave it like that.
I'm just a good guy, man.
We gonna leave it like that. Alright, so what other things do you have up your sleeve, bro? Can we expect movies, acting, what do you want to do? Like besides the comedy shit, what do you want to like? I know this is what you love, this is what you love to do, but this might be the basis of certain things. What do you want to do after this as well? Acting, talk to me.
I definitely want to take it to the next level, but I want to do something different. Like I feel like I used to watch like a lot of Def Comedy Jams, and I thought that was like the illest shit in comedy. Like it was ill because you see like hundreds of people come to one spot, and they would just kill and say what the hell they wanted, and the crowd used to look like they were just having fun. But if you've been to one of my shows before, so
exactly.
you know it's like really a vibe in there. You know what I'm saying?
They got drinks, they got food, everybody's cool, people know each other.
And I make sure like people that's on it is really funny. Like I don't just put like I don't just throw a show just to throw.
Sorry, Coach. Speaking of that, you know a lot of famous comedians too. Like I don't remember all of their names, but when I went to a few of your shows, even looking at your Instagram, how did you meet all these people? Like you know what I'm talking about. How did you meet all these people?
It's credit to GK. You feel me? He mentored me. He took me under the wing. He was the first one that seen me the first time I went on stage.
That's like a comedian A&R.
Yes, that's my like comedian mentor. That's what he seen me on stage for the first time.
Shout out GK.
Gerald Kelly.
Shout out Gerald Kelly.
He go on tour with all his sons, all fun sons. They phenomenal comedians. Like they go crazy in the game. They going crazy. Okay. And he seen me for the first time on stage, and he was just like, "How long you been doing comedy?" I said, "It's my first time on stage." And he was like, "Yo, you got a stage presence. You gonna be a star in this. Like you got it, but you need to work on your set. But you got it. Like you
Speaking of him saying that, do you think there's anything you need to work on as far as
yeah. Like,
can you explain? Like, what do you think you need to work
comedy, on? You never stop working, bro. Like it's a non-ending job. Like you. Because it's like I'm gonna go up there, I'm gonna say the same jokes, but I'm gonna get tired of the same jokes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you really gotta use your brain and really like put things in perspective and really move off that. Like I love the game. I love the comedy game, man. And it's not big in this area. Like Alma, like you know, who do you know? It's like me, Fen, Vic. Yeah. That's like the comedians in the hood. You know what I'm saying? That's really like. There's some young boys too. Finlow, he did my show. He did a phenomenal job. He does the music video. I think his boys, Chris and Tony, they do their thing.
So where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Definitely doing huge shows. Like I want to own my own production company and just like throwing different type of events, memorable events. 5 years, definitely owning property. You know what I'm saying? Like. I've just always been that all around guy. I wanna get into a lot of things. You know, I wanna make sure I'm in everything, man. I just want the piece of the pie and just grow. I'm just here to build with people and grow, man.
Just like that, bro.
Just like that. Build with people and grow, man.
Just like that. So how did you start? How did you start getting into these shows type shit? Like how did you? Tell me.
So when I started doing comedy, I was doing a lot of shows with Gerald Kelly, and I was going to like doing shows all over New York, Connecticut, Jersey, wherever he was going, like in the tri-state. I was there. I was doing shows. I was getting my work in. So I realized in the game is just like a lot of people wait to get put onto the game. Like you either gotta work really hard or just like be around the right people to get put on. So I'm the type of thing, nigga, like I'm not gonna wait for somebody like to, put me on. I'm gonna just try to build myself, and where not to build it in my own hometown. And like I know a lot of people, I know a lot of guys, you feel me, a lot of females I'm cool with, and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna do something like this comedy show, like pull up, and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna give people in my neighborhood an opportunity to, like, if they do poetry, if they do music, or I even had like a monologue, somebody do a monologue there for acting. So I just try to put the talents of the community in one spot, and then I shut it down with the comedy shows. And ever since I've been doing it, it's been successful, thanks to God. It's just like, it's been crazy.
So speaking of the shows, when is your next show? Like you have an upcoming show coming up that everybody needs to go to? Like, promote it right now so niggas can all pop out. When is it? Where is it? Talk about it real quick.
The 10-year reunion show, so it's basically 10 years from when we had high school, when we graduated high school 10 years ago. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Time flies.
Jeez.
Time flies. Right. So I don't know, people wasn't really talking about throwing like an event, and it wasn't like, people were talking about it, but it wasn't like, serious. Like I thought about like us even like doing like a trip to like Jamaica or something like that, the whole class.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been crazy. That would have been ill if we did that.
So speaking of that, you clearly real innovative thinking about something like that. Like really like innovative meaning just like, you feel me, that you like to just invent certain ideas or just
yeah. That's
where does that come from?
Just me growing up and just watching people make it out of
outside
nothing.
The box,
Yeah, just people make it out of nothing. Like I grew up with nothing. You feel me? My family came poor. You know what I'm saying?
So even growing up with nothing, like how did you even get the feeling of having a sense of humor or being just joking all the time and shit?
Having a sense of humor.
So like, was it either you take that energy of not having nothing and put it towards something negative versus putting it something positive? Like, were you battling that fight growing up?
Yeah, definitely. I was definitely wilding a couple years back. I was outside. I was wilding, but that's when you're using that energy for a negative. But now it's like you grow wiser, and then you gotta understand like certain things you do in life is gonna put you in certain situations. Now, what type of situation you wanna live? What type of situation? And then just maturing. It's like there's nothing really out there, man. Just making money, live in peace. Take care of your family, take care of your loved ones. You know what I'm saying? There's really nothing to it, but I just love living. I love traveling. I love going away. Having fun with the guys, having fun with whoever I'm with. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I just love living the good life.
So with comedy, right, just like on stage, just doing them stand-up, do you ever like lose breath? I feel like even when people like perform on stage, whether they're dancing, making music, just comedy, I feel like people lose breath a lot. Do you feel like you have to exercise in order to like, does your breathing matter like when you're on stage? Because I feel like me sometimes, if I'm on stage in front of a lot of people, I gotta get my breathing right. Do you feel the same way?
Yeah. Breathing is probably the most important thing that people don't even like really realize or like take time to just like understand the meaning of breathing. That's everything. Once you take away your breath, you're done. That's something we do naturally. We don't even think about.
Yeah, facts.
But it's just like probably the most important. So you gotta master breathing and just like staying calm. Like you know what I'm saying? Okay. But definitely breathing on stage is like, you got it's you can't just ramble and then can't breathe because they gonna fuck with you. You gonna fuck with the crowd. So definitely.
Alright, straight like that. Anything else you want to say to the people that's watching?
June 24th, pull up. It's in Rosedale. It's like 5 minutes away from Alma. I gotta get the address.
Right, as soon as you get the address, we're gonna post it up.
We're gonna post it up. But yeah, be there. It's going OG Kitchen. It's gonna make the food. DJ Arson is playing the music. He's DJing. I got PP photos. Perfect photos. Perfect picture. My fault. Perfect picture is gonna be there. Rich Quality,
Okay.
my video man. He's the one that throw the videos, the 5 videos that I'll be making. He's the main guy that's a part of that. And what's
That's it.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, definitely, man. Pull up. It's gonna be a crazy show, man. I got some top comedians. I got dope ass performers going there. Like, it's gonna be a great show. It's gonna be worth it. Get your tickets.
Alright, bet. We out there. Straight like that.
Straight like that.
Fuck 100 cuz, need a honey bun. I'm greedy, matter of fact, I'ma need 2. Matter of fact.